yourself. Victor Echo 3 Zulu Sugar Zulu. Thank you.
All right, very good there, Sam. Very good. You got a great signal tonight. And what did you say at first there? That PDL gave you a radio?
Yeah, give me a handy walkie-talkie there, just be able to join in there with the net. And that's fantastic. And I'm staying with a bit there with Paul. So me and Paul are brothers from a different mother. You know how that goes. You got some friends like that, I know. So that's for sure. So yeah, but it's real nice to be able to use 2 meters and stuff like that. I jumped straight into HF. I was a HF 40 meter maniac there. You could always find me in 40. I went on due on 82 until I moved my location, and the noise became unbearable. I had to jump ship from ONTARS there for a bit and just go 40 because 80 was just unbearable until I put the big loop up. So that became a bit more useful, but near the time for me to say g'day, g'day. So there we go. VE3ZSZ, over.
Okay, very good then, Sam. That's great. Glad to have you on 2 meters. And what's your location? Are you up at PDL's place now?
Yeah, I definitely am. I'm in the vicinity. You might say, definitely. So, Hotel California. Victor Echo 3 Zulu Sugar Zulu. Thank you very much again there, brother. Have a fantastic night, and it'd be nice to listen along there. But thank you to all the fine ladies and gentlemen that give me such a warm welcome, including you. V3 Zebra Sugar Zebra.
Okay, very good, Sam. Like I said, welcome to 2 meters, and glad to have you on the AREG net. There's more in store. We just got started. So with that, let's clear with Sam and see who else is out there would like to check in with us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group.
Victor Echo 3 Zulu Juliet Charlie.
Victor Echo 3 Golf Bravo Delta.
All right. Well, I heard one station there with a clear call sign. I got VE3GBD, and before that was VE3 Zulu Juliet Charlie. So let's go ahead and say hello to Jason. Come on in.
Good evening, Chuck, and everybody else on frequency. Jason here in the lower city. No real traffic for today, just a bean for the pot, as they say. I will follow along as much as I can, as long as work stuff doesn't get in the way. Back to you, Chuck.
Work stuff? It's after 8 o'clock. You should be done with work.
You're right, I should be, and so should the wife, but the life of an IT person is sometimes there's things on the go, and you get called for support, or, people not knowing what the heck they're supposed to be doing, so you got to jump in and give them a hand. So we do what we got to do, pays the bills, all that good stuff. It is what it is, my friend.
Oh, yeah. Listen, I remember back in 1990, and I was working at the Royal Canada Hotel, and when they had computer issues, they had to get a guy, and I think they were paying $150 an hour for tech support. So very interesting stuff. But when you got a business you got to run, you got to do what you got to do, right?
Absolutely. If only the guys on the other end of the phone were actually getting $100 or $150 an hour, because I'm telling you, there's nobody paying me $150 an hour to support them after hours. It's a corporate job, so they go, you do what you got to do if you like getting a paycheck here. So I do get it, though. I will step aside here and let you get some more people in here. Chuck, VE3ZJC, back to net control.
Right, very good, Jason. We'll check you in a little bit there. And so let's go and say hello to George. Boy, you sounded good tonight, George. VE3GBD. Come on in.
Yeah, well, I'm on my little Bofang POS, and I got it hooked up to the, oops, something just fell up. We got it hooked up to the tram, so, yeah, it should be working all right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, we're not that far away either, but it's much better than the rubber ducky, that's for sure. So I myself, I have a little adapter that I can put on the Bofang and hook up my was it PL259, and away you go with the tall antenna. So other than that, George, everything going okay? How's Rocky doing?
He's doing good, actually. Hasn't been around tonight yet. He came around last night, but yeah, he comes around and then he leaves. He's a good fat little. He's more friendlier than my cat. I'll tell you
Yeah, but when Fluffy pulls up next to you there and wants a little loving and starts purring, you just can't resist that. But the rest of the time, they can just be pretty nasty. But right on, right on. Made yourself another friend. And we have one that comes by here, one or two actually. They live in the neighbor's backyard neighbor's garage there, so they come out and visit the backyards. But I haven't. We had one actually scratching at our back door, George. The wife opens up the door and there's a raccoon right at the door.
that. Yeah, they're so friendly though. I'm telling you, they're so friendly. You know, he would put his claws on my hands, but he wouldn't dig into my hands. It's funny.
Yeah, yeah, right on. Well, that's great, George. Um, Bonds with animals are, they're unique. So I'm glad for you. All right, George, sounding good. Of course, you're full strength over here, and you got the antenna hooked up and sounding good. Okay, George, we'll move on and see. Do you got anything else for us before we go?
No, I'll probably be sticking around here for a little bit there. Get the garbage rounded up, get it out, and I'll be here. I'll be here.
All right, very good. Well, I did have something here I wanted to mention since we're getting close to the Christmas holidays. I mean, tomorrow is American Thanksgiving, and so they have it much later than we do. But oh, by the way, today is the 60th year anniversary of the assassination of JFK. John F. Kennedy was shot and killed on November 22nd, 1963. So exactly 60 years ago today. Also, almost to the day, but in about 4 days from now, November 26th, back in 1922, that's 101 years ago, King Tut's tomb was opened up for the first time by archaeologist Howard Carter. So King Tut found 101 years ago on November 26th. So I thought I'd pass that along. And I also would like to say hello to Wayne, Victor Alpha 3, Fox Mike Bravo, and Wade, Victor Alpha 3, November Charlie Alpha. Thank you for joining us on YouTube. For those of you who just joined us, you can also listen to us and see us on YouTube. Just put in VA3CJZ into the YouTube search box, and you can follow us along live or look for us tonight under the title AREG week 1575. And with that, let's see if we have any other check-ins for tonight's AREG Net. This is VA3CJZ.
VA3NCA.
There he is, VA3NCA. Come on in, Wade.
VA3CJZ, VA3NCA. Good evening, Chuck. Good evening, all on net. Yeah, I'm picking up most people pretty well tonight, although the noise floor seems to be up high. I think it must be cheap Christmas light season in my neighborhood. The noise floor is raised up a little, but still hearing you well at my location here. Hopefully you're hearing me okay too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Slight bit of noise there, but full quieting otherwise. So yeah, I'm on obviously on my different radio that I normally use, and I'm not seeing any significant level of noise at this end. But you're right. It's the holiday season. People got lights on and timers and all kinds of things plugged in that aren't necessarily good quality and therefore wreak havoc on our radio equipment. So what's new and exciting with you, Wade?
Oh, not too much, really. I haven't done much radio lately, but I did take the day off. I've got a few personal days that I've got on the books that they don't let you carry forward. So you can carry some of your vacation, but you can't carry your personal days, and I'm not just going to leave them on the table. So I've taken the rest of the Wednesdays for the year off. So that's not as many as it sounds, unfortunately. We're rapidly approaching the end, but I figure if I take a day in the middle of the week, then it's it's a nice break in the week. Anyways, yeah, wondering, Black Friday sales have spread beyond Black Friday. I'm wondering if anybody, on the net tonight has any big plans for radio stuff they need. I'll tell you what I saw here is that if you're looking for a nice little battery for portable for POTA or something, take a look at the LifePo batteries, because ones that a few of us have and have had good experience, I think. I've had good experience with it anyways, and I know a few other people have them, are these eco-worthy, and they're on sale for $50 for an 8 amp hour, which is a reasonably decent deal for that. And if you're willing to go with unknowns, they're down as low as, looks like as low as 34. So maybe take a look if you're in the market for a small portable battery that'll run your radios on POTA. Anyways, and who knows? Maybe there's some other radio deals out there too.
Yeah, a great point there, Wade. I know Black Friday sales have started already, and they're already talking about Cyber Monday. And then after that, it'll be for Christmas. So I would say from now until Christmas, if you're sharp, if you're a good shopper, you'll be able to find some good deals. So that's good advice there, Wade.
Yeah, I guess, consumerism is ramping up. And so if you can get on the saving side of that equation, I guess now is the time. I remember when Black Friday was a day, and now it seems to be a month. But I guess as long as it's got something you actually need, then you might as well save the money instead of giving it away. So, anyways, I've been looking at batteries. I like batteries. I probably don't need any more, but keeping my eye open, anyways. Nothing's encouraged me far enough to press the buy button yet, though. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, very good. I know I've already started buying Christmas presents early. And so right now I'm broke till my next burp into the bank account. And so, but yeah, very good advice. Batteries are on sale. If anyone's looking for radio batteries, Wade mentioned $50 for the LifePo. and as low as 35 for no names. So yeah, if anyone's interested in any kind of gear, now's the time to be shopping around for the best deals. A lot of stuff that's going on sale is because they're going to be bringing in new inventory, and they want to get rid of all that old inventory as well. So look for deals. It's that time of year.
Yeah, that's right. Haven't seen very many on radios themselves yet, but maybe they're just on their way. Except maybe Yaesu has some HF radios that usually, I think they were above 1,000. What was it, the FT 710? I think that was their new one. Anyways, I think it's down to 700. Of course, that's US, so that's still expensive for us up here, but anyways, if you were in the market for a new HF radio, there's probably deals there. But maybe we just got to wait until the real deals come out of the woodwork. It is still a little bit early, I guess. Yeah, other than that, I haven't really done any radio. It's a bit of a shame, but here we are. Maybe this weekend we'll cooperate a little bit more. I'm going to be around for sure for the duration there, Chuck. So I don't know if there's anybody else waiting behind me to check in. I kind of hope so. We got a good crowd building so far, though. I'll send it back to you, the A3.
Okay, Wade, thanks a bunch, my friend, and we will get back to you a little bit later. And so I did hear another voice in there saying boo, but hey, I saw a deal on a ICOM 705. Now, Radio World wants 1,700 plus tax, so you're looking at 2,000. The one I saw was on QRZ webpage in the buy and sell there, and the guy wanted $1,000. But that's US though, so you're looking at 1,250, 1,300 Canadian, and no tax to pay, just the shipping. So that's something to think about. There are deals. Okay, thank you very much. We'll clear with VA3 November Charlie Alpha and see who else is out there for the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3 CJZ looking for check-ins. Please come now.
Papa Delta Lima.
Praise.
November Foxtrot Golf.
Second, Chuck. Close thing along. Do whatever I can hear.
Okay, I heard 3 stations in there. Papa Delta Lima and Victor Alpha 3 November Fox Lima and Victor Echo 3 November Foxtrot Golf. So let's go up and say hi to Mr. PDL. Good eye. Come on in, Paul.
Excuse me, I was just yawning there. Hey, Chuck and everybody else on net. Good to hear everybody chiming in so quickly at the beginning here. And just a bean for the pot, my friend. Not much to add. There's Steve in another station in behind me there, so I'll keep it short and let you pick them up, Chuck. I'll be listening along on and off. V3 PDL. Back to you, sir.
All right, very good, Paul. I was kind of busy earlier, but I did hear you and Sam talking there, and your signal had dropped right off. But now you're coming in quite good.
Yeah, I had it backwards when I was talking to him earlier. I thought I was on the wrong antenna, but I was actually on the right one. So yeah, never mind.
Yes, that happens. All right, very good, Paul. Thanks. And so we'll clear with PDL, and next on my list is Victor Alpha 3 November Fox Lima. Al, come on in. I got your name right too.
Hey, Chuck. How you doing? I just thought I'd get checked in there. I was still out here, so we'll sing along to wherever I can hear. VA3 FL, back to net.
All right, very good. Whoever you can hear, that's right. This is a Simplex Net. And as I mentioned earlier, I am streaming the net on YouTube. And so just put in my call, VA3CJZ, and you can you can play back the portions you can't hear on your radio back on the YouTube. Just move that slider bar at the bottom, wherever you like to play back. There is a clock on every screen, and so you'll be able to listen along there. But thanks for your check-in, Al. I've got you 7 out of 9 bars over here down by the Center Mall, so good job.
All right, sorry about that, Chuck. I didn't hear what you just said. The wife just called me.
Yeah, just giving you a signal report there, Al. 7 out of 9 bars here down by the Center Mall.
Roger that. Okay. Have a good net there, Chuck. I'll be listening as long as I can. I'm waiting for my dinner call.
All right, the ding, 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 dinner. All right, the dinner bell. Okay, thanks, Al. Have a great rest of the evening if we don't talk to you then. So let's go up the hill and say hello to Victor Alpha 3, November Foxtrot Golf.
Good evening, Chuck, and to all on net. Al, NFL, you're 10 over 9 over here, and PDL, well, you don't have to ask, and neither do you, Chuck. You guys are both full strength. So yeah, I was on my way to Toronto there, and to go see Kiss on their end of the road farewell tour. And needless to say, got the notification at the Aldershot Go terminal that they canceled the show.
No
So lucky for us, we didn't. We loaded up the Presto card and was just about to go through the turnstile, and we got the notification.
Oh man, what a letdown. They say why?
Gene's got the flu. He canceled his Ottawa show, and he canceled the Toronto show. About 4 o'clock, he canceled it. So, it sucks. So that's the end of the Canadian. That's the end of the Canadian shows. The next one is December 3rd in New York somewhere. And hopefully he's beaten the flu by then, or he'll be canceling that one.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the flu that's going around there is pretty strong. The wife and I got it. My wife actually is healthier than I am, and she got sicker or more sick than I, and it's lasting longer on her than on me. So, yeah, wow. I remember seeing Kiss here in Hamilton many, many years ago, before my daughter was born, actually. George Thorogood opened up for Kiss here at Cops Coliseum. I do believe that's what they had. That's what he called it back then too there, Steve. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. So yeah, no more Canadian dates, eh? Wow, that's terrible. And don't try and go across the border at the Rainbow Bridge, because that border crossing is closed. I don't know if you all heard, but a vehicle with 2 people in there came at the U.S. border at about 100 miles an hour and did a Starsky and Hutch or a Dukes of Hazzard jump, and it landed on a booth with a border guard in it and exploded into flames. There, I saw the video, man. It's straight like a Dukes of Hazzard. So they're keeping that closed because they're going to gather all the evidence or bits and pieces of the crash there. So Rainbow Bridge will be closed for several days, from what I hear.
Everything's open.
Okay, right at 7 o'clock, I heard 3 bridges are open, but the Rainbow is closed. All right, well, whoever's heading that way, I would check ahead, just to be safe. So, okay, well, I don't know if they'd reopen the rainbow one that quickly after a huge explosion, but all right.
Yeah, I think we doubled there, Chuck. Sorry about that. No, I was just saying, I think in high school I went to a Kiss farewell tour, and then 40 years later they're still playing, right?
Maybe that was the concert I'm talking about that I went to. You're still in high school.
Yeah. You never know. Could be. That's when they had the makeup on, and then no, they were just starting a tour with no makeup in my senior years there. You know, no doubt a marketing gimmick, and then they put the makeup back on, and I don't know when, mid '90s, late '90s.
Yeah. You know, I actually met Kiss minus Gene Simmons. I was a teenager working as an usher at a theater in Ottawa. I must have been about 16 years old, and they came to see a movie because there was a big snowstorm, and they had done a concert, but they couldn't fly out because of the storm. So they came to see a movie. They ended up carrying Ace Frehley out. He was just so drunk. They had to carry him out. Paul Stanley shook my hand, said thanks for your help, because I helped them use the exit behind the screen. And man, I was so happy. Yeah, God, that was forever ago.
Yeah, no doubt. So, well, you never know. Maybe he might come back and finish off north of the border. A little sideshow to the end of the road tour. We'll call it the North of the Border tour.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe in the spring he'll come back around. I don't know, but that's pretty sad. You know, his wife is Canadian, so yeah, that'd be a shame to have to let down all these fans. Well, sorry about your luck there, Steve.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. Tickets are purchased in March. Aerosmith also canceled a show too, so yeah, maybe they'll tour together and do a Canadian tour.
Yeah, and then I heard the Stones are just coming out with an album, and their last one was in 2008, I think, or 2005, somewhere around there. So it's been a while, and they're coming out with a new album as well. Can't wait to hear the tracks on that. One song is called "Angry." It's supposed to be a good song.
Oh yeah, Rolling Stones. Yep. They'll be touring another decade, no doubt. All right, Chuck. Well, I'll be hanging in there for the duration. I just got a full cup of coffee here, and I'm enjoying all the preparations that I made last night for tonight's event right now. So we'll be hanging around for a bit there. We'll let you get on and see who else wants to check in there. This is VA3 NFG.
VA3 KCI.
All right, I heard VE3 KCI in there, and that would be Art. And I hear you clearly tonight there, Art. I'm back on that different radio, but I'm still using the same antenna that I used on the other radio, but I can hear you now. So come on in, Art.
Fantastic. Yeah, good to hear you, Chuck. So how's your week been?
Well, you know, just taking it easy. It's getting colder and windier, and like I said, the wife and I are both trying to get over this cold. I'm at the tail end of it. My wife is still dragging her down a little bit, so not too much excitement for us.
Well, at least I hear it will be mild tomorrow.
Yeah, it's been actually very nice temperature-wise. It's still nice out right now. It's 5 degrees even outside on my front porch from my weather station there, and I also have one of those traditional thermometers hanging on the porch. They're both reading the same temperatures, and so we are going to be dipping down close to freezing. Actually, tonight's supposed to go below freezing, -2, so we're getting it. Out west, when they start getting bad weather, a few days later, we get it here, always.
Yeah, we've been lucky. This time last year, we had got dumped on.
Yeah. It's not, summer weather, but, they're talking about this El Nino. I don't know if that means we're going to get a mild winter or if that means we won't get snow till February, but we'll just have to wait and see.
I got my fingers crossed, but the thing is, I can't cross the coast.
Well, cross your legs.
Oh, I try. Every time I have to go to the washroom bed and the kids beg you, there's somebody to open up the door.
Yeah, I've had to do that, waiting to get into the bathroom, having 2 girls here. So, yeah. All right, well, I haven't heard Rick in there tonight, so let me do a call out and see if he's around. VE3 Bravo Kilo, VA3 CJZ. Are you there, Rick? No, nothing heard there, Art. So everything going good with you then?
Oh, can't complain. I got to give my mom a call. She hasn't been feeling well. She's under the weather. She's got COVID. And her husband's in the hospital with COVID.
Yeah. There's a lot of that going around. Actually, the wife and I both tested ourselves. We tested, but it's one hell of a flu, I'll tell you. So you take care of yourself there, Art, and stay healthy. And hopefully, what's going on with your wheels?
Yeah, you start to get really scratchy over there. I don't know if it's your antenna or you did something differently in your shack over there. So, yeah, get back to it.
Yeah, maybe I wasn't pressing the microphone hard enough there. How's that? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
All right, very good then. So you're going to stick around with us for a little bit?
Well, I got nothing else to do.
All right, that's what we like to hear on the AREG net. Nothing else to do, might as well hang out and listen to Chuck. Okay, Art, we're going to put you on the back burners. Have a great rest of the evening. We'll get back to you in a little bit, okay?
Roger.
All right, so do we have anyone else out there wishing to join us here on the weekly Amateur Radio Exchange Group? This is VA3CJZ, looking for check-ins.
Victor Echo 3, Charlie Echo Uniform.
I hear Tomas, Victor Echo 3, Charlie Echo Uniform. Tomas, come on in, buddy.
V3CJZ, V3CU. Good evening, Chuck, and everybody else on the net here. And yeah, I'm getting you pretty much full scale tonight there.
Yeah, I've switched Yaesu radio. My other one seems to be breaking down, shutting off, powering down, whatever. So I switched over to another radio I have, which is a 2-meter only radio, the 2980. It's got plenty of juice in there. It got 80 watts if I wanted. So using the same antenna as usual, though, so probably just a bit more power.
Okay, yeah, sounding good. I just had a question there. Is that Lake Ontario net still on at 7 p.m.? Because I've been monitoring. Haven't heard anybody on there.
Yes, the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net. Well, we haven't had Mac here in a while to tell everyone about the schedule, so I'll spill it out for you. On Saturday and Sunday, we use the ZOE repeater for the Lake Ontario Net, as well as Tuesday. And then on Thursday, we go to the Simplex frequency of 446.125. And so that's for the Lake Ontario Net. Tuesday on the ZOE, Thursday on Simplex 446.125, and then again on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday on the ZOE repeater.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I flipped back and forth to 446 and ZOE and haven't heard anybody, so I guess maybe it's just maybe not the right time there, but other than that, not much else is new at this end. Everything's fine, still working away, and yeah, it's nice to play radio tonight there and hear everybody on.
Oh, very good, very good. Yeah, it's getting chillier out there. The evening walks are going to be a lot shorter for some people, me included. So we're going to be staying indoors. Well, thanks for joining us, Tom, or Tomas. Thank you for your check-in. You're number 12 this evening. Check-in number 12. Thanks a bunch. Anything else, my friend?
Nothing else at this end. I'll let you carry on, and we'll be listening along.
Okay, just so you know, Tom, you're flickering between 5 and 7 S units over here by the Center Mall in East Hamilton. So good job, as always. Full quieting audio. And, of course, you know we're streaming on YouTube. So thanks a bunch. Here with you. And I also want to acknowledge Greg, VA3XLM in Binbrook. Thanks for joining us, Greg, and checking in with us, as well as Michael, KI5SPA, Kilo India 5, Sierra Papa Alpha out of Arkansas. Thanks for joining us, Mike. Hope all is well with you.
Contact Chuck.
Yes, sir. Contact. Go ahead.
Chuck, I was looking at the video. If you could put the microphone more to your mouth, because sometimes you kind of go a little distant, and then sometimes you come back up against, or see the way you got your microphone in there. It's pretty cool. Like the truck, like me in the truck, but like me in the truck, don't always get all the words. So I just saw there, I hope you don't mind there, Chuck, but you've got a good radio voice, and I love the net. I just thought I'd let you know, because sometimes you kind of drift off a bit compared to other people. They seem really loud on the computer too, not just on the walkie-talkie. Victor, K3 Zulu, Sugar Zulu. Much respect, brother. I just wanted to let you know.
Yeah. Now, are you talking about the microphone for the YouTube, or this microphone on the radio?
Yeah, the microphone on the radio. I was watching you on YouTube, and you have the microphone quite a way away from your mouth, and then when you get close, I can actually hear the distance, the change between when it's full on or like this, and then it comes back to there. I can actually hear that difference. Like, you know, I just thought I'd let you know, because there is a significant difference in between the two volumes, right?
Okay, very good, Sam. I will endeavor to remember to do that as well. I also turned up the mic gain on the radio by 1 notch, and hopefully that will help, my friend.
See, that seems a little bit louder, because before you could actually tell the difference between, as you were going in and out between the microphone. You could even go up another notch if you wanted. I don't think you do anything for distortion. It just helps for your audio there, so for the style that you use. Sorry about that, Chuck, but a fantastic net, and I'm learning a lot. B3ZSF.
All right, very good then, Sam. Thank you again. Hopefully we're sounding better. So let's continue on. We'll do one more check and see if anyone else is out there would like to check in with us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3 CJZ looking for check-ins. Okay, nothing heard. Hey, listen, we are coming into the holiday season for Christmas, and I just found a interesting fact here. There are 19 countries that don't celebrate Christmas. A lot of people don't realize this, but not everyone celebrates Christmas. So I have a list here of countries, the 19 countries that don't celebrate Christmas. And we'll start off with Japan, China, Egypt, North Korea, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, Tajikistan, Thailand, Vietnam, Somalia, Tunisia, Morocco, Bhutan, Uzbekistan, Iran, Afghanistan, Mongolia, Laos, and Yemen. So those are the 19 countries that don't celebrate Christmas. Geez, they're missing out on good times and happiness and joy. What can I tell you? All right, so listen, let's go to contests real quick because there aren't very many. Going to the contestcalendar.com webpage, and there's a couple of CW ones. Actually, there's the Earth Moon Bounce Earth Moon Earth contest. That's the ARRL EME contest, and that starts at 0 Zulu time, November 25th, to 23:59 Zulu on November 26th, and that's for digital, phone, and CW. So all of you out there capable of doing moon bounce, this one's for you. And then there's the CW CQ Worldwide DX contest, and that's exact same time as the other one, 0 Zulu November 25th to 2400 Zulu November 26th. And that's for 10 meter, 15, 20, 40, 80, and 160, all on CW. And then we have the one and only sideband contest, and it's called the Ham Spirit Contest for sideband only. The bands are 10, 15, 20, 40, 80, and 160. And that's it for contests. For any more information, just type in contestcalendar.com for any more information. All right, so we have a reply from Michael in Arkansas. He's been painting his house inside and out. And Jeannie's been in the hospital for 3 weeks with pneumonia. Oh, my. Well, hopefully Jeannie's getting better. And, yeah, a lot of people are going through really bad flu, cold, pneumonias. So take care of yourself. All right, one more call out before we start on this day in history, or we'll do a quick second round. So anyone else out there wishing to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group Net, please come now. All right, it's 8:48 p.m. Let's see if Rick is still with us. VA3AXJ.
Yeah, I'm still here, Chuck. Just they caught me at a bad time there. I shouldn't even keyed up, but I did. Yeah, not too much to say. I blew my power steering line, blew it.
What?
Stick that in. $736 later. I'm telling you, it's been a rough week. Yeah, I blew it on Monday, and I couldn't get it in the garage until Tuesday. Yeah, so he showed me the
Ziggy.
line, and
Show front
it's
door.
amazing that it didn't go before it did because it was rotted. It was rotted right at the coupler where it goes into the power steering, the high pressure line. Yeah, it was a mess.
Yeah, well, better for it to go out now than when it's in the middle of January and freezing cold and you're out stuck somewhere.
Yeah, for sure. I was gonna get the rod flushed and do the maintenance on it, but I'll do that next month. And to burp the wallet too much.
Yeah, copy that on burping the wallet. Mine's almost burped right out there, I'll tell you. So, all right, Rick. Well, thanks for checking in. And now that we were able to talk to you for a minute there, it's we can continue on.
Yeah, go ahead there. Yeah, I was on the radio today all day and I couldn't reach nobody. I think I need a new antenna on the vehicle.
Yeah, well, I don't think you paid too much for the one you got now, so it's all good. Okay, very good then, Rick. Thanks a bunch. We're going to continue on down the list here, and let's check in with Sam, VE3 Zulu Sugar Zulu. How's the audio now there, my friend? Oh, I guess he stepped away. All right, George, are you still with us? VE3 GBD.
Joe, still here. Took all the garbage out, I think. Other than that, not much to report there, Chuck, but yeah, this bow thing I got here, half of anybody on there, I can't hear them. And I'm on the tram on the antenna, but nope, I can't hear a lot of people.
Oh dear. Well, sorry to hear that, George. All I can tell you is pull your phone out, go on YouTube, and put in my call sign and follow us on YouTube.
Yeah, I gotta get my icon back up and working. I don't know what the hell's wrong with this thing, and it's really starting to, it's driving me crazy. I don't know why it's not working.
Yeah, I guess you need someone that knows a bit more what he's doing there to help you out with that.
Yeah, Joe. Yeah. So right now I had to rely on this POS. That's best I can describe it because I don't even know how to figure the get everybody in there. Whatever. I should be able to hear everybody, but I can't.
Yeah, maybe your squelch is set too high also.
Yeah, I checked that, and it's at like 1.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, you must have a problem somewhere then. The coax, the antenna, something, because you're right. You should be able to hear a lot more people.
Yeah, I just think, me playing with this radio, playing with settings, I think I screwed a whole lot of stuff up.
Oh dear. Call Huey, have him reset your radio there.
Yeah, right? I know, I gotta get somebody to look at this, because, yeah, I really screwed it up. Big time.
All right, George. Well, we can hear each other, and to me, that's what matters. So I do appreciate you hanging in there, George, and checking in with us.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, I keep trying, but yeah, I really want to get my icon back up and running. But for now, I got this bow thing for every Wednesday night. And other than that, I use the other radio handheld for the 440 side.
All right, then, George. Well, things won't happen by themselves. You got to initiate, you got to get the ball rolling on your behalf. So get her done, as you say.
That's right. Get her done.
Okay, George, good luck with that. I hope you really find someone soon there to help you out. Okay, so with that, we'll clear with VE3GBD. Let's see if anyone else is out there would like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ.
VA3XLJ, perfect timing check.
All right, perfect timing. Why, did you go through the drive-through yet? Get your coffee?
No, I went to get my slice of pizza for my meal for today.
Pizza. I could eat pizza at least once a day.
Oh, everyone should. I can't say should. It doesn't make sense. But yeah, everyone could eat pizza once a day, maybe even twice. My favorite one is when I open the oven and I see the pizza inside, and I can't remember it was it like from the weekend or for the weekend before, and those are the best ones.
Oh yeah, the pre-cooked ones. Oh yeah, nothing wrong with leftover pizza. I'll tell you that.
Oh, you know what? I'll tell you what. We both came from wherever we came, and there's no expiry date on our food. I'm telling you, unless there's a very strong foul smell to it, like it doesn't go to waste. And even when it goes to waste, it goes in compost bin at the back. So we try not to waste as much as we can.
Oh yeah. That's how growing up. If you didn't eat what was on your plate, you got no dessert, and no wasting of food. That's for sure. I remember going to my relatives, and they would feed me, probably a pork product, and it had a lot of fat, and they were telling me I had to eat the fat, and I'm like, no, get out of here! I'm not eating that. And so my uncle would bribe me. He'd pay me a quarter if I took another bite of food. So that's how I got to eat everything. I was bribed.
Oh, fat on the meat is the best, especially if it's like broiled or barbecued or whatever it is. Like it's good. Just imagine the Wagyu steaks or whatever it is. Like it's probably 60-70% content of those steaks is a fat. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with the fat. Like it's I guess within reason. Plus, on a good note, the body can digest it a lot easier than the carbs and the sugar. So fat is good.
Yeah, well, try convincing children of that. So yeah, when you're a kid, it's a whole different ball game as far as eating goes. But yeah, right on. So you're mobile right now?
Yeah, I'm gonna go up on a parking on my favorite spot. Spend there for like finish my whatever dinner, lunch, breakfast, whatever this thing is for me. And I don't know why is my daughter driving after me because one of her lights is not working. I will see. She's following me. That's interesting. Yeah, we will see. Like yeah, I'm gonna go up there and park and finish my. This is the only thing what I eat so far today. So it's gonna be my breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I'll listen for I'll stay for the duration of the net, and I'll head to work. So that's pretty much gonna be my day today.
All right, Vanya. Well, yeah, I've had days like that where I'll only eat once. for the day there. So, but I drink. I'll drink a lot of coffee, water, and pop. Drink a lot of whatever, orange juice. But yeah, food intake sometimes is minimal. But you picked a good one. You got pizza. So there you go. All right, Vanya. Thanks again, my friend. All the best. And thanks for listening along. Anything else?
No, I'm gonna just stay for the duration, eat my pizza, and yeah, I like 5 out of 7 days I only eat once a day, and the rest of it I substitute with the coffee. So and I'm still fat. That's the scary part.
Yeah. You know, they say it's easier to put it on than take it off. Unless you're a celebrity with lots of money and you hire a trainer and they force you to work out and get in shape. Uh, yeah. Uh, us poor slobs got to rely on our own motivation.
Oh, I think my motivation is okay-ish, but the timetable is bad.
Yeah, that's another thing. Life gets in the way. But when you're a rich celebrity and don't got much to do in between movies or TV shows, yeah. But anyways, that's fine. Okay, Vanya, thanks again, my friend. Enjoy the rest of the net. And with that, we'll clear with VA3 X-Ray Lima Juliet and see if there is anyone else out there wishing to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3 CJZ. All right. So that means it's time for me to pull up the file with on this day. If you'll give me 1 second here, I'll pull it up. All right, so it's 9:01 p.m. Let's go ahead and start the on this day in history. And this week is week 143 that I've been doing on this day. So today is November 22nd. And as I mentioned earlier, it's the 60th anniversary of the JFK assassination. It was on this day, November 22nd, 1963. All right, so we'll start with famous birthdays. And first off, we've got Abigail Adams, born on this day in 1744. Abigail is the second United States First Lady from the year 1797 to 1801. I think John Adams was the second one. Born in Massachusetts. All right, next we've got in the year 1808 on this day, Thomas Cook was born. He's a British founder and CEO of Thomas Cook and Son Travel Agency. And I don't know what year that was established, but it was called the Cook Travel Bureau in England, and he died in 1892. So paying for traveling goes back a long time. Next, Charles de Gaulle was born on this day in 1890, and he passed away in 1970. Wow, I was still alive. I didn't know that. Or, I mean, I was still I was alive when he died. Okay, he's a French Army general and president of France from the year 1958 to 1969. Born in Lille, France. All right, next we've got Harley Earl, born in 1893. On this day, he's an American automobile designer, first head of design at General Motors. Born in Hollywood, California, passing away in 1969. All right, next we've got I Can't Get No Respect. Rodney Dangerfield, born in 1921. Of course, Rodney is an American comedian and actor. You might remember him from the movie Caddyshack. Born in Babylon, New York. He passed away in 2004. All right, this next guy, I love his name. Eugene Stoner. Born on this day, 1922, he's an American firearms designer and inventor of the M16. Born in Indiana, he passed away in 1997. All right, who remembers Napoleon Solo, the man from U.N.C.L.E.? In 1932, Robert Vaughn was born, and he's an American actor. And as I mentioned, he was the man from U.N.C.L.E., and he was also in The Young Philadelphians, also in a SOB series. I've never heard of it. Born in New York, New York, he passed away in 2016. And if you look up Robert Vaughn on YouTube, his likeness, he looks almost like Frank Mahovlich. I think it was Frank Mahovlich. Anyways, yeah, the resemblance is uncanny. All right. So now we go to 1941 on this day. Ron McClure was born. He's an American jazz rock bassist with the band Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Who remembers that band? Born in New Haven, Connecticut.
We're getting old, Chuck.
They're all getting old, except for Keith Richards. He'll play forever. All right, next we've got, born on this day in 1942, Floyd Sneed, Canadian rock drummer with the band Three Dog Night. That's another band that goes back to the days of Blood, Sweat, and Tears, that band. You might remember the song Joy to the World. Born in Calgary, Alberta, and Floyd Sneed passed away in 2023, earlier this year. Billie Jean King, celebrating her 80th birthday today, born in 1943. She's an American tennis player with, 12 Grand Slam singles titles, 39 Grand Slam titles. Wow. Born in Long Beach, California. Happy birthday, Billie Jean King. All right, next we've got Jamie Lee Curtis celebrating her 65th birthday today. The original Scream Queen was born today in 1958. You might remember her from the movie Halloween and the movie True Lies with Arnold Schwarzenegger. She was born in Los Angeles, California. And her parents are Tony Curtis and Janet Leigh, both actors. And next, celebrating a birthday, is Mariel Hemingway, born today in 1961. She's an American actress and didn't really do that many big movies, but she's made movies nonetheless. Born in Idaho. Next, we've got the Hulk, Mark Ruffalo, celebrating a birthday today. He was born in 1967. You might know him as being the Hulk in the Avenger movies. Born in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Next, we've got the inventor of Napster. You guys remember Napster? The file sharing software? Sean Fanning, born on this day, 1980, is listed here as an American internet entrepreneur. For Napster. Napster was a peer-to-peer file sharing application primarily associated with digital audio file distribution. In other words, music. All right, finally, we have Scarlett Johansson celebrating her 39th birthday today. Born in 1984. She is an American actress. She was in the movie Lost in Translation and in the movie Avengers, or all the Avengers movies, I think. Born in New York City, New York. She was considered the world's highest paid actress in the year 2018-2019. And she has featured multiple times on the Forbes Celebrity 100 list. And Time named her one of the 100 most influential people in the world in the year 2021. Any questions, comments, or check-ins to this week's AREG Net, please come now. This is VA3CJZ.
Once I change the VA boat to the right side, Victor Echo 3 Lima Bravo India.
All right, Larry, we did get you in there. Oh, you just made it over the 13. You're number 14, Larry. Got you in the log there. Come on in. What's new and exciting with you?
I just finished actually tiling the downstairs kitchen. So let it dry for a couple of days and then have to get grouted. But I've never done it before. It was quite a challenge. And to be honest with you, I really enjoyed it. As long as things are level, and if not, you have to level them, obviously. But yeah, I bored a tile saw, wet tile saw, so it was quite interesting. I've used a tile saw before, but not for this type of job. So it was quite a challenge, but like I said, it took me about 3 days letting some stuff dry before I could tackle more, but quite interesting.
Oh, okay. Well, you've got European blood in you, right?
I'm Belgium in English, and I don't know if I got any Scotch or not. I won't put that in there.
Oh, there you go. Europeans are known for, what do they call that? Doing brickwork and tiles and stuff like that. And hey, you remember there used to be a bar at the corner of Ottawa and Cannon Street on the east side there. I forget what it is now, but I helped lay a tile floor in that bar many moons ago.
Trying to think, I'm not familiar with that area, but okay, yeah, I've never laid tile on the floor. This is wall tile, obviously, but like I say, it was quite interesting to do. Bit of a challenge, let's put it that way. Sometimes, I guess, when they get into this season, people get bored. Notice myself and the wife the same way. What do you want to do today? Well, I'm not sure. But this was kind of a challenge, and it, was kind of interesting. I didn't work at it full all day for 3 days, but off and on in 3 days.
Oh, there you go. Well, yeah, work at your own pace and make sure it's done the way you want it done. So good luck. Hopefully it's waterproof, but you're not going to be splashing that much water. It's mostly, like you said there, for the back, for the vertical wall, right?
Yeah, it's a backsplash. So it's going to get grouted yet, and the grouting has a sealant in it too. So, and hopefully tomorrow I'm going to drop down and see Bill, VE3 UK in the morning. I got some stuff to take down to him.
All right. Well, I have not seen Bill check in with us on the stream or anything like that. So, yeah, okay, very good then. Well, Larry, thanks again, once again, for checking in. I do appreciate it. I don't really have a theme for the night. As I mentioned, I don't know if you heard earlier, today is the anniversary of the JFK assassination, November 22nd, 1963.
Was it 60 years ago?
Yes, sir. Today is the 60th anniversary, 60th year anniversary, and I've been watching some documentaries. I think on History's Mystery, or I forget what it's called, Unsolved Mysteries, whatever. I've been watching a couple of those documentaries. They're very interesting stuff that most people probably don't know about.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I would have been in my 30s. I don't know if anybody heard. I have to laugh too, Chuck. I don't know if anybody else on there listening. Just something. Our media sucks. I guess anybody must have heard they had an explosion on the Rainbow Bridge.
Yep.
They shut it down in one of the airports close by because they didn't know what was going on. And apparently, there's a video of it. I think the guy might have had a medical problem. He hit a some type of curb or ramp or whatever, and the car exploded. But of course, our media says, "Oh, there's 2 dead, and they're shutting down everything. It could be a terrorist attack." Gotta love the media.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I didn't get to see the video until about after 7 o'clock, or I think the tail end of the CH News showed a video. And I swear to God, it reminded me of the beginning of the Dukes of Hazzard. That car was flying, and it hit like an embankment and then just went up and landed many feet away, and it burst into flames when it hit the guard shack there. So pretty crazy stuff.
But that's our media for us, right? They got to blow it up and make it all sound like it's a disaster. All right, back to you. I'm sure you got some more to put on here before. What time is it? Oh, it's just 9:15. Anyways, I'll pass it back to you. Chuck. Thanks for picking me up. And I guess also one more thing. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I was talking to Mac. He'll be home sometime Friday evening, I believe.
Yes. That apparently is the case. As long as everything works out good for everyone, you'll be able to fly back here safely and have him back home there for the holidays. So can't wait to get caught up with him, as I'm sure many other people are as well. Okay, Larry, thank you very much for checking in. So we'll clear with VE3LBI and see if there are any other check-ins for this week's Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ.
VA3CJW.
Okay, I think I heard VA3CJW. Is that Christopher?
Yeah, it is indeed. How are you doing this afternoon or this evening?
I'm doing just fine there, Chris. Do you prefer to be called Chris or Christopher? And whereabouts are you?
I'm in the north end of Burlington. Chris is what I prefer. Just didn't know whether I'd be able to hit you on Simplex or not. But I'm sitting in the house here on my little handheld in the north end of Burlington.
Oh, very good, very good. Well, I've got you coming in here at about 5 bars out of 9 and full quieting. And so thank you for joining us. I do appreciate it. And if you're having trouble hearing other stations, I do stream the net on YouTube. Just put my call sign in the YouTube search box, VA3CJZ, and you can play it back, move the slider, or just listen along for the rest of the net. And that way you'll be able to hear other stations as well. So anything new and exciting with you there, Chris?
No, not really. I actually came across you probably about a month ago now. I saw your channel on YouTube and heard you on Simplex here, and so I thought I'd take a chance to check in tonight. The show you're talking about is called History Greatest Mystery, and it's, I'm trying to think of the name of the gentleman that hosts it. Hold on a second.
Yes, that's right. That's Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Lawrence Fishburne. It's still called History's Greatest Mystery. It's quite interesting. I watch it through online. I stream it. My only complaint is, for some reason now this year, you can't stream past episodes right now. Like the most recent ones, you got to catch them where they're being broadcast live.
Yeah, I see. I'm with Bell, and they have one of those boxes that records for you. So we record them and then watch them at our leisure when there's nothing good on TV, and so that's quite handy.
Yeah, I actually just stream them. I do all of my watching through streaming services. I cut the cable and the satellite cord a number of years ago. It was just too much money for me. VA3CJZ from VA3CJW.
All right, Chris. Well, thank you very much for that. Yeah, you're right. I didn't realize streaming is not the same, but good for you. Wish we could do that over here, but you got to convince Mama of doing that, and she's not ready to give up a couple of her favorite channels. So, all right, Chris. Well, thank you very much again for checking in and joining us and listening to us on the YouTube stream. We're not done yet. We're going to go on till about 10 o'clock. So do you have anything else before we carry on?
No, that's it for me. Didn't catch your name, though.
Okay, my name is Chuck, and I'm located by the Center Mall in East Hamilton, below the escarpment. And yeah, the call again is VA3CJZ.
Okay, Chuck. Well, it's great to talk to you tonight, and I'll just sort of be sitting by and listening in and hear what else others have to say. The other thing about the media, it's funny. I was following a little bit about what took place today on the Rainbow Bridge, and a lot of the U.S. media was saying they don't know for sure what was going on, but apparently Fox Media right away was saying that it was terrorists. The rest of them were all waiting, saying we're not sure, but apparently Fox came right out of the way, saying it was terrorists, and then later on changed their tune.
Oh yeah, they're not shy about using that that terrorist word there. So yeah, it's unfortunate. But anyways, thank you for your input, Chris, and for your check-in. I do appreciate you joining us.
Yeah, thanks very much, Chuck. I'll be standing by VA3CJZ from VA3CJW.
All right, Chris, in the north end of Burlington. Good job. 5 out of 9 bars here in East Hamilton. All right, do we have anyone else out there wishing to join us here on the AREG net? This is VA3CJZ looking for check-ins. Anyone, anywhere? Okay, nothing heard. So let's go back to our list. And we just finished birthdays, famous people's birthdays in history. Now let's see who died today in history. And we'll start off with Blackbeard. He passed away on this day in 1718. Notorious English pirate who operated in the West Indies and eastern coast of North America. And he dies in battle at the age of 38. I don't know his real name, but they have him here as Blackbeard, born in 1680, dying on November 22nd, 1718. Next, passing away on this day in 1896, we've got George Washington Gale Ferris Jr. Now, he's an American engineer and inventor of the Ferris wheel. That's why his last name is Ferris. And he dies of typhoid fever at the age of 37. And that's, again, in the year 1896. Next, we've got the year 1954. Mr. Roderick McMahon passes away on this day. And he's a professional wrestling and boxing booker. He was born in 1882, but passed away in 1954. He's the father of Vince McMahon. He was an American professional wrestling and professional boxing promoter, and the patriarch of the McMahon family. It is not certain if either he or his son Vincent J. McMahon was the founder of Capital Wrestling Corporation. Passing away in 1955 on this day is Shemp Howard, one of the Three Stooges. Actor and comedian, dies of a heart attack at the age of 60. And as I mentioned earlier, the 35th President of the United States, assassinated by Lee Harvey Oswald, was JFK on this day. Mae West, passing away on this day in 1980. I didn't know that. American stage and screen actress and writer. Dies in Hollywood at the age of 87. So she was born in 1893, passing away in 1980. Interesting. Passing away in 1982, on November 22nd, is Jean Batten. Jean Batten was a New Zealand aviator, first ever solo flight from England to New Zealand in 1936. Dies at the age of 73. And then we go to the year 1986, and Benjamin, or Scatman Crothers, passing away on this day, 1986. He's an American singer, musician, and actor. You might remember him from Chico and the Man. Remember that series? And he was also in the movie The Shining. He dies of lung cancer at the age of 76. Passing away in 1997, Australian rock vocalist for INXS, Michael Hutchence. You might remember the songs The Devil Inside or New Sensation. He was an actor and was in a thing called Dogs in Space. He committed suicide at the age of 37. All right. Who here knows someone who has bought Mary Kay Ash products? Mary Kay passed away on this day in 2001, an American businesswoman, and she founded the Mary Kay Cosmetics. She was born in 1915. And last on my list, in the year 2007, Mr. Reg Park passing away. He's a British bodybuilder and was Mr. Universe in 1951, 58, and 65. Dies at the age of 79. All right. Now, I've also been doing who passed away this year, just to keep everybody reminding all the people that we've lost. I've done 1 month per week. We're now at the month of May, sorry. Famous people who died in May of 2023. We'll start off with Gordon Lightfoot. He passed away May 1st. We know he's a Canadian folk singer. And on May 17th, a famous wrestler by the name of superstar Billy Graham. His real name was Eldridge Coleman. He passed away on May 17th. American pro wrestler with the WWF, and he died of kidney, heart, and lung problems at the age of 79. Passing away the next day on May 18th is Jim Brown, American college pro football Hall of Famer running back, passing away on May 18th. Shortly before the end of his football career, Jim Brown became an actor, and he retired at the peak of his football career to pursue an acting career, and he obtained 53 acting credits and several leading roles throughout the 70s, and he dies at the age of 87. Tina Turner passed away this year on May 24th. And we all know she was a singer, Queen of Soul. She was 83 years old. And that's it for people who passed away this year in the month of May. Next week, we'll do the month of June. And so with that, do we have any questions, comments, clarifications, or announcements, or check-ins, anything? Alrighty then, so we'll keep going with historical events happening on this day in history. And we'll start with the year 1574. We have the discovery of uninhabited Juan Fernandez Islands off Chile by Spanish sailor Juan Fernandez. Later, famous home of marooned sailor Alexander Selkirk, which inspired the Robinson Crusoe story. There you go. A little bit of history trivia. Okay, now who here remembers the Mount St. Helens eruption in Washington State in the northwest part of the U.S.? That was back in 1980. Well, the first time in recorded history was actually in 1842. On this day, Mount St. Helens in Washington erupts in 1842. And then it was March 27, 1980, when a series of volcanic explosions pretty much blew apart Mount St. Helens. All right, so let's go to the year 1927. On this day, the first snowmobile patent is granted to Carl Eliason from Wisconsin. Well, they get lots of snow in Wisconsin. So 1927, first snowmobile patent. All right, and it says here pump, but I'm thinking it's a gas pump. In 1932, a pump is patented that computes quantity and price delivered. So I'm assuming that's a gas pump. 1932. All right, let's jump to 1955 on this day in history. RCA Records makes its best investment, paying $35,000 to Sun Records for Elvis Presley's contract. Back in 1955, 35 grand Elvis was worth. I'd say that was a good deal for RCA. Let's go to the year 1957 now. We've got Simon and Garfunkel appearing on American Bandstand as Tom and Jerry. I'll have to look that one up. That's interesting. This next little story here is proof that you can actually make a star out of nothing. In 1961 on this day, producers Albert R. Broccoli and Harry Saltzman announced expensive publicity campaign to make Sean Connery a star. There you go. So they built him up through an expensive publicity campaign. They've been doing the same thing with these bands, Justin Bieber, to name a few. It's all about marketing. All right, and on this day in 1963, not only was JFK assassinated, but the Beatles released their second album called With the Beatles, released in the UK. And then in 1965, Miss Goodall and the Wild Chimpanzees broadcasts on CBS, watched by 25 million people back in 1965, and it brings Jane Goodall to international attention. I remember that. And here's one for the history books on this day. 1968, we have the first interracial TV kiss. Can you guess who? Well, it was on Star Trek, and it was Captain Kirk kissing Lieutenant Uhura. You guys remember that? Yeah, Art, I remember it too. I was just a kid, but yes, sir. All right. Also in 1968, the Beatles release The Beatles White Album, their only double album. And then in 1972 in Pittsburgh, the Penguins set NHL record for scoring the fastest 5 goals. And those 5 goals were made in 2 minutes and 7 seconds in a 10-4 win over St. Louis Blues. Wow, that's quick. All right, since we had the Grey Cup in 1981, the CFL Grey Cup was played at Olympic Stadium, Montreal. Edmonton Eskimos' 4th consecutive championship, and they beat Ottawa Rough Riders 26-23. And then the Rough Riders fold in the year 1996. And now they've come back as the Ottawa Red Blacks. Let's go to 1986. 20-year-old Mike Tyson becomes the youngest heavyweight champion in boxing history when he stops title holder Trevor Berbick in round 2 at Las Vegas Hilton to earn the WBC title. Now, I used to watch boxing, and they usually went 12 or 15 rounds back in the day. So as soon as Tyson got into the ring, though, those rounds became quite short. All right, who remembers Kirby Puckett? In 1989, on this day, Major League Baseball center fielder Kirby Puckett signs a record $3 million per year contract with the Minnesota Twins. Then, in 1991, a film called The Addams Family, starring Raul Julia and Angelica Houston and Christina Ricci, is released on this day in 1991. That was a great movie. All right. Still in 1991, the New York Knicks pay Patrick Ewing a record $18.8 million for a 2-year extension on his contract. Wow. Okay, here's something a lot of you probably didn't know. In 1995, on this day, Toy Story, the first feature-length film created completely using computer-generated imagery, CGI, directed by John Lasseter and starring Tom Hanks and Tim Allen, is released. That's the first of its kind. Let's jump ahead 10 years. On this day in 2005, Angela Merkel becomes the first female chancellor of Germany. And also in 2005, on this day, Ted Koppel retires from late-night television news program Nightline with Ted Koppel after 25 years with the show, 41 Emmy Awards, and 42 years with ABC. In 2008, Patrick Roy, number 33 jersey, is retired by the Montreal Canadiens. And also in 2008, it says here, YouTube hosts the largest ever live broadcast. And then it's got a comma and it says YouTube Live. So I guess that's when they went live. All right, let's go to 2014 now. On this day, Lionel Messi of FC Barcelona sets a new goal-scoring record in La Liga of 253 goals. Now, here's an NHL success story. In 2016, the Vegas Golden Knights are revealed as the Las Vegas NHL expansion team. And in 2023, this year, the Golden Knights returned to the Stanley Cup Finals and won their first Stanley Cup championship after only 7 years of being a team, defeating the Florida Panthers in 5 games. Okay, final one, last one here. In 2017, Uber admits hackers stole personal information affecting 57 million people worldwide and paid $100,000 to keep it quiet. And there you go, folks. That's on this day in history. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did researching it and saying it all back to you. Are there any questions, comments, or check-ins? Please come now. This is VA3CJZ with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group.
Don't applaud, just throw cash.
That's right. Thank you. I'll be here all night. All right. So with that, that was the only comment.
Oh, I could think of a couple more. No, I'm just messing with you, Chuck. Yeah, I was listening to most of your run through there, and I didn't key up when you asked for check-ins, but I was looking up hunting stuff here. But yeah, just wanted to key up and let you know there's still the odd listener or two kicking around, I'm sure.
Praise the Lord. Passing ammo.
Yeah, right on. Very good. Well, I'm glad you caught some of that because I did have a couple of sports things in there, NHL and so on. So I try to do a variety of trivia.
Yes, sir. Very good.
All right. With that, let's go up to the top of the list, and I think I heard him speak already. VA3 AXJ.
Yes, you did. You did. And Paul, you behave yourself. I heard you this afternoon there. You wouldn't come back to me, so I'm not going to talk to you no more. You're bad. You're in my bad books now, buddy.
Well, you didn't pay your taxes for coming on my mountain. But no, no, I was getting a package delivered and stuff, so I had to jump away from the radio real quick, and then I didn't come back right away. So I did hear you in there, though.
Oh, well, thanks for acknowledging me. Yeah, a little late, but I'll forgive you this time.
Yeah, it's hundreds of pennies you owe me.
Well, just one of these days I will drop by. I'll drop by and I'll probably throw you a jar of peanut butter. I know you love that stuff.
Yeah, funny bugger, yeah.
Okay, back to you, Chuck.
All right. Well, you could always empty the peanut butter and just leave a little bit in there and throw all the coins in that you owe them in the jar. All right. Thanks, Rick, for sticking around, and Paul. Let's go to VE3 Zulu Sugar Zulu. Sam, are you still with us? We're doing a 7-3 round. All right. Nothing heard from Sam. Let's go to George. VE3 GBD George. Last round. Okay, Victor Alpha 3, November Charlie Alpha. Wade, are you still around?
Contact as well.
Okay, well, Wade, please stand by. Contact, please come forward.
Thank you for letting me in, Chuck. VE3CZI, CJZ, VA3DGA. Good evening to you. Long time no chat. I have an ulterior motive for wanting to break in on your wonderful net, if you don't mind.
Oh, absolutely. Not a problem, Dave. You're welcome anytime. I try and call out as often as I can. And what's up?
Tonight we have a brand new ham radio who passed his exams with a outstanding score. And we've got him his call sign already organized, and I'm wondering if you wouldn't mind calling him in and getting his feet a little bit more wet on the radio, and tease him, do what you need to do, and bounce him around and see what comes of it. So his call sign is VA3TYK, VA3TYK, and his name is Tyke. And I'll suggest to you, we haven't quite gone over the etiquette of call sign exchanges and whatnot yet, so go ahead and just throw him to the wolves and see what happens. V3CJZ, VA3DGA.
All right. Well, very good, Dave. Thanks for letting us know, and we shall do that. So we'll clear with VA3DGA and call out to VA3 Tango Yankee Kilo. This is Victor Alpha 3 Charlie Juliet Zulu.
Victor Alpha 3 Charlie Juliet Zulu.
Yes, sir. Come on in, Tyke. By the way, the name here is Chuck, Charlie Hotel Uniform Charlie Kilo, and I'm located here in the east end of Hamilton by the Center Mall. And my call once again is VA3CJ. Back to you, sir.
We accidentally bumped the up and down button. Could you please repeat the last message, and Mr. Net Control?
Absolutely. Bumping the VFO or the up and down. This is VA3CJZ, and my name is Chuck, Charlie Hotel Uniform Charlie Kilo, and I'm located here by the Center Mall. Back to you, Tyke.
Sorry, still working it out. V3CJZ, this is VA3TYK. Yeah, thanks for that. I mean, I'm up here in Ancaster with Dave on his equipment, obviously, because I don't have my own yet. Still looking forward to finding my way with that one.
Okay, well, first of all, congratulations, sir, and welcome to the amateur radio hobby, and also welcome to the your first check-in on this Simplex Net that's been running for over 30 years. It's called the AREG Net, stands for Amateur Radio Exchange Group, and we're here every Wednesday. So when you do get a radio or you're at someone's place, please feel free to check in. We're here every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Until around 10 p.m. in the evening. So congratulations, sir, and welcome.
Thank you very much, Chuck, and thank you very much for the welcome. It is great.
Absolutely, sir, absolutely. And if you do get a chance, we stream this net on YouTube. So because this is a Simplex Net, not everyone can hear everyone else all the time. And so this kind of helps those who can't hear everyone. And just type in my call into the YouTube search box. Again, it's VA3CJZ. And you can look for us tonight under the title AREG Week 1575. And so the AREG Net has been on the air once a week for 1,575 weeks, sir. And you are now part of that.
Thanks, Chuck.
Okay, with that, we'll clear with you. Victor Alpha 3 Tango Yankee Kilo. This is Victor Alpha 3 Charlie Juliet Zulu, and we're looking for more check-ins for tonight's AREG Net. Please come now.
VA3DGA.
Oh, yes, sir. Back to you, David. I just thought of that as I did the call out. So let's send it back to VA3DGA.
Thank you for being there, and thank you for making him welcome and fitting him into your route, your cycle. I heard Paul PDL there chatting and teasing somebody, and we had a bit of a chuckle over his QSO as well. So good to hear you guys, and love to hear that the flame is very strong and alive with everyone here in AREG. I'll try and bump in here as and when I get the chance. Anyway, I'll sign clear and go QRT here on this end. And thank you for making us welcome. VA3CJZ, VA3DGA, and the group 73.
Quick comment.
Go ahead, comment.
Hey, Dave, good to hear you in there, my friend. And sorry to hear about your friend there that recently passed there. And glad to hear about your new friend getting his ticket. Welcome aboard there, Tyke. Good to make your acquaintance. V3PDL here, and you guys have a good evening, and like Chuck said there, chime in at any time.
V3PDL, this is VA32IK. Thank you very much for that. That's excellent. I will do say when I get a radio and when I can. And 73 to y'all.
Very good, sir. 7-3.
Paul, thank you very much for your comments as well about my friend in Nova Scotia. Much appreciated. To the group, 7-3, VA3DGA, we're going QRT on this side, and again, my appreciation for letting us in.
Okay, Dave and Tyke, thank you for joining us tonight. You were number 16 and 17 in my log this evening, so thanks again, and enjoy the rest of the evening. And I can't wait to hear Tyke come back in here and check in with us, whether it be through the YouTube stream or on the radio. Thanks again, guys. Take care. All right. With that, I just noticed Richard, downtown Richard, has joined us on the YouTube stream. Hello, Richard. Can't wait for you to get a radio going again. And talk RF. I hope everything is good with you. And we're going to put you in the log here right now, Richard. And you're number 18, Richard. Okay, I know he's only on YouTube, but I have to write down his call sign. I wasn't waiting for him to key up. So number 18 for Richard. Anyone else out there would like to join us? We're still here taking check-ins for the weekly Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ. Please come now.
VA3OYL.
Uh-oh. VA3OYL. Deb, come on in. How you feeling?
Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. A little migraine-y, but I had a busy day. It's a friend's birthday, so we were doing the birthday thing. And then I was listening along to the net, and I was cleaning up my shack. It was due.
Ah, yes. Doing some cleaning while listening to the net. Very good. Did you have your little French maid outfit on?
I'll never tell.
My goodness, that sounded like it could have been Richard. Who is that? Is that you, Richard? No, guess not. All right, Debbie. Yeah, welcome. You're number 19 this evening, and thanks for joining us. How's everything going?
Oh, pretty good. Made it through Halloween, and I still have leaves to clean up in the backyard. I might get out tomorrow, and hopefully this will be the last pass. I've already done it twice, so I want to catch it before the snow flies.
Oh, yes. That'll be, we'll be getting some of that stuff soon, I'm pretty sure. Probably won't stick around for very long, but nonetheless, Yeah. Always watch for what the weather is out west, because whatever the west gets, the jet stream brings it here about 3 days later.
Yay.
Yeah. So, all right, Deb. Well, thanks for checking in with us and saying hello. And you enjoy the rest of the evening.
I have a question.
Go ahead with your question.
I'm trying to get this visual straight between you and Deb here. You said something about Deb wearing a maid's outfit while she was cleaning, but her call sign is "Obey your leader." Them two don't go together, Chuck.
Yeah, dominatrix slash French maid. Yeah, it doesn't go together.
Yeah, I was just going to say it depends what kind of maid I am.
Throw that in there, dear. Good to hear you on the frequency. V3 PDL.
Yeah, I was going to say it depends what kind of maid I am, but anyway, I'll leave it to your imagination. Alrighty, Chuck. Nice to do a check-in here, and thanks for what you do. And I'll say 7-3, and have a good week. I probably won't be on. I'm never on through the week. So 7-3. Victor Alpha 3, Oscar Yankee Lima.
All right, now I won't be able to get that French maid outfit out of my head for a while. Very good, Deb. You too. Take care. Have a great rest of the week. And so I think I forgot about Art. I think Art is still with us. VE3 Kilo Charlie, India. Back to you, sir.
Yeah, I'm still here. It's good to hear Paul in there and Deborah. Yeah, good to hear everybody else there. And talking about your fire guys, everything. I think last year's fire thing was huge.
I'm sorry, what was that last part? Oh, okay. Well, I thought I'd check in with you before we continue down the list here and say goodnight to everyone. So it's 9:56 p.m. We still haven't heard Rick in there, but oh well. Thanks for checking in, Art, and you take care, my friend, and hopefully we'll catch you next week.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. It's always a pleasure. You know, I can remember my dad doing this many years ago, and yeah, I think it worked out on me. You know.
Well, you know, it's always a good way to spend 2 hours on Wednesday evening on Hump Day, and it's always, gives you something to listen to.
Just to let you know one thing, my first contact was on the CB radio, was a house, was a radio taxi one, a 24 channel, and we had house numbers all across North America. It was only about 6 years. And I was talking to a guy on a Marine Wave channel, and talking to him, my ship, of the southern ship until Africa and Johannesburg. So I got his call numbers and brought it up to my dad. And the guy said to me, I think somebody was calling Malay, go talk to somebody on the TV radio. My dad says, would you like to speak to him? We know again, he's my son. So that was my first contact. So, yeah. Never know what you can do with amateur radio. Or on amateur radio and TV radio.
Yeah, speaking of CB radio, gosh, I can't even remember what my first contact was on CB. All I know it was 48 years ago, and so yeah, that was a long time ago. Anyhow, Art, thanks for sharing that with us, and take care, my friend.
And I just wanted to let you know another thing is, I know you said you had contact with a rock and roll band. I did too. When I was out in Vancouver, my rough years, I used to go to Patty Green's at a gas town, and I used to sing. I used to a drink with the Irish Rollers.
Oh God, I remember going to Gastown in Vancouver. There, yeah, nice area.
Yeah, I used to go to Patty Green's over there, and I think at night they'll stick to the Irish Rollers for free.
Very good, very good. Well, thanks for sharing that as well. So we're going to keep going down the list there, Art. We got more people we got to say goodnight to. So we'll say goodnight to you.
Okay, Chuck, and everybody on the net, this is Victor Echo 3, Kilo Charlie India. We're going to night. Have yourself a great week. And hopefully the good Lord shines down on us and that we don't get any snow for a while. We're out.
Yeah, roger that on the no snow. No snow, except on the TV. All right, so we'll clear with Art, and let's go back to Wade. Victor Alpha 3, November Charlie Alpha. Are you there, Wade?
VA3 CJZ, VA3 NCA. Yeah, still here, Chuck. Great way to spend a Wednesday as always. Listen along and cleaning up some things in the shack myself and playing around with some little mini computers here. But anyways, nothing fancy, but good way to spend a Wednesday. And welcome to the AREG and to the hobby, Tyke, and good to have somebody else in the area, involved. And 7-3 to all, and talk to you this time next week. VA3 NCA back in Extra.
All right, Wade, very good, very good. And don't spend all your money on Black Friday or Cyber Monday. Save some for Christmas. Yeah, remember, folks, Wade was just saying there he noticed some batteries, LifePo batteries, for as low as $50 and even lower. So do your research and buy what you need. Everything's going on sale. All right, so we'll clear with VA3NCA, and let's see who else next on my list. That would be NFG, VA3NFG. Steve, are you there?
Yeah, Chuck, we're still listening along here. Geez, if I was out at that show right now, I tell you, it'd be the volume of the music that'd be keeping me awake. That's for sure. But anyway, yeah. So we're probably gonna pack it in after this and call it there and see what goes on for tomorrow. Pretty tired. One of those days. Been up since 5:15 actually. So long day. Anyway, have a good one, and everybody who's still listening, have a good evening, and we'll talk to you all next time. VA3NFG. 7-3, y'all.
Yeah, too bad. Right around 8 o'clock or so there, you would have been hearing, and the loudest band in the world, Kiss. Sorry about that, Steve. Hopefully they'll make it up to you. All right, so let's go and see if Vanya is still listening. Victor Alpha 3 X-Ray Lima Juliet. All right, Vanya must be close to work, or if not at work. Thank you for checking in, Vanya. Let's go to Larry, VE3 LBI. Last round, Larry.
Yep, thanks for doing it, Chuck. 7-3, everybody. Just going to sit here and relax for the rest of the night until around 11-ish. Take care. 7-3.
All right, Larry, thanks a bunch once again for checking in and sticking around when you can. Next, let's see if Chris is still listening. VA3 Charlie Juliet Whiskey.
Yeah, still here, Chuck. VA3 CJZ and VA3 CJW. Question for you about your shack. I'm watching your YouTube feed here, and I see you got what looks like a little fan that you've got sitting on top of your rig there. Am I right? And is that just to keep the rig cool while you're doing the net?
Absolutely there, Chris. It's an audio video fan. and it's called from a place called AC Infinity, I think it's called. And yes, it is a fan, because this radio is basically a heat sink, but I like to blow off some of that warm air off the radio. And after doing the net there, she gets a little bit warm, not too warm, because I don't have it at full power, but yeah, everything helps to keep things cool.
Excellent. Yeah. So I'm watching the YouTube feed, and I've got the rig here in my ear. It's just a little discombobulated because, of course, there's a little out of sync between the YouTube and the live feed. But 73, Chuck, it's great to talk to you tonight and be a part of the net. All my best wishes for everybody out there taking part of the net tonight, and best wishes to our American friends for their Thanksgiving tomorrow. Nice to talk to you, Chuck, and hopefully get a chance to drop in next week as well. 73 from DA3CJZ from DA3CJW.
All right, Chris, very good. Thanks again for sticking around and for checking in with us. And I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. And hopefully you can make it next week. And so clear with VA3 CJW. And I think Dave said goodnight, though, but let's give it a shot anyways. VA3 DGA, last call, sir. All right, and I do believe our last check-in will be Debbie. We'll give her the final word. VA3 OYL.
I like having the final word. Good net, and thanks for what you do. And I like listening to all your informative information. Keep up the good work. 7-3. Victor Alpha 3, Oscar Yankee Lima will be 7. Oh, boy. I'll be clear.
All right. Yeah, got a little tongue-tied there. It happens. And thank you, Deb. I do try and make it interesting. Keep people's attention one way or another with some interesting history or trivia. And so it helps pass the time as well. And it's kind of caught on. And I enjoy doing it. So thank you for the compliment. And so that means we'll just keep on keeping on. Well, it's 10:06 p.m., but I am going to do one more shout out and see if there are any last minute check-ins for this week's Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3 CJZ. Please come now. Okay, nothing heard. Well, tonight we got 19 check-ins, including about 4, I think, on YouTube. So join us again next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. I hope to hear you all then. Until then, take care. Too much money. And we'll talk to you again next week. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu, saying 7-3, one and all.
Go put your garbage out.
I just seen that. I was going to hit the button to end the stream. Yeah, we'll go do that. And good night, everyone else on YouTube as well. Thank you for checking in. Take care. This is VA3 C clear.
7-3, Chuck. Good job, brother. Talk to you soon. V3 PDO.